to the Adventure of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Edsel from the band Dope.
Nice. Here at Aftershock.
Aftershock it is. Northern California. It's a beautiful day. Lots of weirdos.
That's the way you want a festival,
That's
right?
it. There's probably, 200,000 freaks here today?
Probably about that.
Yeah,
All
I can't
my
count
closest
very good.
friends.
Yeah.
Like yesterday was my birthday. I said I had a birthday party with 200,000 of my closest friends.
Pretty good birthday.
No doubt.
Did you get cake?
No.
No cake. Some
But
weed?
I got weed.
Okay, good for you.
So one of the interviews I did, Moonshine Bandits, they came over and they brought weed and bourbon
Nice.
for the interview.
That's a good day.
So that's a good interview.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That guy was the last one.
You probably forgot the whole thing already.
Oh, 100%. But it was funny. I'm
Good.
going to listen to it tomorrow.
You hope it was funny.
Yeah. It sounded funny the first time. I'm going to listen to it tomorrow and go,
Oh, shit.
fuck.
That happens.
Oh, man. So how did it feel? What an honor to come into this festival because Coal Chamber is not here. First of all, more so, I'm in awe of you that not many artists would be able at the last minute just jump in and do a festival.
Oh, we're professionals, dude.
See, I love that.
There's nothing to it. No, it was cool, man. Like, Dope is a very interesting band where, the last several years, I haven't overplayed this band. Like, I have a lot of other ventures and other things that I do to keep me busy and to make money, and I don't feel like I've been one of those bands that just, doesn't go away. So because of that, we may not find ourselves in these situations as frequently as we could, especially if we were, aggressively seeking them out. But when the phone rings and you're offered the slot of your friend's Coal Chamber, a very respected legacy act that is not able to be here today for health reasons, it lets you know how certain people in the industry view you.
Yeah.
So to be looked at in a similar level and being offered that same spot on the stage with Judas Priest and Stain and Clutch, how do you say no to that? You know?
Exactly.
So I felt a lot of love and respect, and from the Aftershock Festival to even be asked to come and do that for them.
Has Dope ever played Aftershock before this? Wow.
No. I mean, we've played most of the festivals. We did the Sick New World last year. But no, we've never done Aftershock. And for that matter, I believe Static X was the first time at Aftershock for them, too, on Thursday.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
But they've been gone a long time, too,
Yeah, and I think it's so cool that, considering the whole situation with Static X, that you decided to help the band to kind of help the fans, because the fans miss this gap. And so you helped make that happen.
I was always a big Static X fan, and the two bands have so much synergy. We both came out in 1999. If you look back at the touring that the two bands did as we were cutting our teeth, aside from Ozfest, practically every tour that both bands did, we did together. It was like Static X, Dope, Powerman 5000, Static X, Dope, Fear Factory, Static X and Dope and Seven Dust, and Static X and Dope by ourselves. Like, we did 250 shows together in the span of our first album. That's a lot of, connectivity to those same fans.
Oh, yeah.
So I felt like I had a real clear vision as a fan and as a friend and as a band that, unlike Static X, who always had a major label, always had a big management firm, without all of that, and especially without their main guy, Wayne, there, they, for a lack of better words, were in very unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, I had built an independent infrastructure over the last several years. And as a fan of Static X, I looked at it sitting down with Tony and going, I think I can help you guys with the 20 years of building my own independent infrastructure. You can sort of just put this through that same prism.
Yeah.
And you guys are very close to this, so I'm sure you've had ideas of how to bring this back. But as a fan of the band, I know what I would like to see, you know.
I think that's the best perspective, too.
Yeah.
You know, because that's where the gap is. The fans are missing this.
Yes.
What is it they're missing, and what do they want to see?
And how do you do it in a way that's going to, like, of course, everything's going to be received with skepticism and, like, I don't know about this. You know, and there was a lot of that, no Wayne Static, no Static X in the beginning. But, again, if you're doing it for the right reasons and you have a vision for something that really can help the music live and can really, like, help people have those experiences. Like, I know how much I miss the band.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm one of millions of fans out there that wanted to get fucking hammered and listen to I'm Was Stupid loud and live in a room and going like, you know, we're never going to have those experiences again.
Yeah.
Well, how can we change that and do it in the right way to where people can not feel guilty when they're smiling at a Static X show?
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, you know, it's a mourning. It's sad. But that was a big part of it, was to keep throwing as much positive energy and, for the lack of better words, fun at it. Because Static X was always such a fun band with fun songs.
That's key.
There's a lot of metal bands that are serious.
I know.
That
Too
wasn't
serious.
Static X. Static X was always this fun, almost like smile on your face metal band. So it was important for us to figure out how to reconnect fans to that and allow them to participate in a Static X experience without feeling guilty about it.
It's funny you talk about the serious, like Slayer played here the other night.
Serious band.
But what was funny, and I saw them at Riot Fest too, Tom, having that 5 years off to be bored, was having the best time of his life, smiling, laughing, talking about death and destruction like he's having the best time. Carrie was Carrie and very serious.
Of course.
You know, so you had both in the band, and I think that was kind of cool too.
For sure. Well, you know, as we all get older, I think perspectives change a little bit, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And so, I love the way you put it, because there's a lot of times the same situation as a Static X. Like, they try to make it like a replacement, and you can never replace.
Or they try to move on. They try to rebrand it as something new.
Yeah.
And it was like, Static X a legacy band, bro.
No doubt.
You try to take the legacy out of it, what the fuck are you doing?
No
Try
doubt.
to take the Wayne Static out of Static X, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
Exactly.
So, I don't know. To me, it wasn't hard. It was just, again, trying to make sure that you really make it fun and let it be about the music. And then with today's technology, we were able to, like, look at Evil Disco as something more than a sound and go, well, how do we represent the visual of Evil Disco? Because, you know, Static X really checked out in like 2009.
Yeah.
So 10, 12, 15 years of technology development for LED screens and just big production props that didn't really exist back then that you can put through the Evil Disco filter.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of really cool, fun shit to come out of that, too. So I couldn't be more proud and more happy for my friends who are able to go out there and continue on with something that they all worked very hard on, you know?
Yeah.
Static X was, of course, Wayne was the head chef. He was the Gordon Ramsay of it.
No doubt.
But if you take any one of those guys away from that first album when the band was really defining their sound, it's not the same band. Like, imagine Wisconsin Death Trip without Tony Campos's voice and without his low-end thunder. Like, it was a huge part of the sound. And
no
then,
doubt.
You know, Kenny was the guy that got in his car and moved from the Midwest out to L.A. with Wayne to start the band. Like, that's your partner in crime, dude. Like, it doesn't happen without that.
Yeah.
And then Koichi came in at the end and was like, oh, I play guitar, but I do lots of programming. And he was a big part of that electronic techno rave sound that made Wisconsin Death Trip not just an industrial album, but almost like a techno rave Evil Disco album.
Yeah.
So all four of those guys together are responsible for that sound. And to think that those guys wouldn't be able to go out and celebrate the anniversaries of that album that went platinum, and it wouldn't have been fair. So I'm really happy for them because it was such an achievement for all of them. And also for Wayne's family, who's been part of this with us the whole time. And,
See, that's cool.
And gets to watch their son's band go to another level, which and I say this with respect, at the end, Wayne wasn't doing well, and the community wasn't really supporting his choices anymore either.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, So he's caught up in all of this refound success, and in many ways it allows us to sort of overlook those darker years at the end where he was kind of phoning it in and didn't really care anymore because he was just caught in another trip. So it's really nice for the legacy of the whole thing, that the band has been so successful in bringing it back and bringing it to a new generation of fans that can appreciate it. And I can say this with the most purity in the world, that there's no doubt in my mind Wayne Static is more on the minds and in the hearts of the fans than he's ever been.
I love it.
And what more can you ask for than that?
And then keeping the original legacy alive. Not the end, but the original. So that's way cool.
I agree.
So I heard you say something in another interview that I want to address about songs. There's one song that everybody wants to hear that you made comments on, but I want to know what your favorite song to perform is.
From Dope?
Dope, yes.
I like, it's funny, we've been playing kind of a canned set that we've been playing, supporting Static X and whatnot. I look forward to the next tour when I can revamp the set, because it's getting a little stale. I love the song Violence. I think it's like the coolest song that Dope ever wrote. I think we put out 6 albums. There's a lot of cool material in those 6 albums, and it's funny because you don't get to pick what you become popular for. You know?
It's weird, too,
it is
right?
Weird,
you don't even know what... The thing you think's going to be popular isn't.
Yeah.
And the thing...
And it's funny because, like, the 2 most popular Dope songs, in our history are songs that, I never would have guessed would have become the most popular, and are truthfully, like, 2 of the most monkey-minded songs that we've ever participated in. That's Die Motherfucker Die, which is a massive song. It's a couple 100 million plays on Spotify.
Right.
I will always be the Die Motherfucker Die guy, but not the most, well-thought-out piece of work. And then the ridiculous cover of You Spin Me Round that we did for the American Psycho movie 25 years ago. But again, what am I going to argue? I've been successful, and I have fans who love to hear these songs, and I'm super grateful, but I would say our deeper catalog is a bit more impressive than some of the stuff that we're most known for.
Well, I love all your music. I'm so psyched you're here at Aftershock, and I look forward to that. Thanks for being here and on short notice, and thanks for kicking ass and being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
I appreciate the kind words, sir, and I hope we don't suck this afternoon.
You definitely won't suck, but you'll probably think so because you're your worst critic.
I'll be good. I don't give a fuck, man. Like, as long as everything works, we'll be good. Like I said, we have a relationship with these fans, so, like, we're just going to go up there and get fucking stupid together. I don't take it that seriously. It's all good. Yo, what's up? This is Edsel from Dope, and how fitting that you're listening to the Pipeman on W4CY.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.